Welcome to this flow class. My name is Roseanne. I'll be your guide today. I'll have a focus today on the glutes, pre-fatiguing the glutes, and boomerang will be featured as one of the standing yoga postures today. So join me on your back. Stretch your limbs out long for just a moment. Take a few grounding breaths. Heavy the back body. It'll be used a lot today. Broaden the breath into the sides of the ribs. More wide inhale. And perhaps sigh it out. Make some sound. From here, we'll hug those knees into the chest. And take them out wide into a soft, happy baby rock side to side. Maybe roll the ankles at the same time if you can. Good for the brain. Reverse the ankles as you continue to sway. Notice any frustration that arises. And then pause and make some circles outside edges of the room with the knees and bring them back in. Widen the knees and bring them in. Support of the hands behind the thighs at this point in time. Just warming this area. Reverse. Then plant the feet nice and wide and bring the arms into an extended position out from the shoulder. And allow the legs to drape to the right and the left. Maybe your gaze goes over the opposing shoulder. Maybe one palm turns up, one palm down. Next time you land on the right, stay and cactus the arms. Perhaps you look up to the ceiling with your gaze and lengthen the arms out, reach overhead. And exhale to pull those arms back in. Keep the arms cactused. Allow the legs to drape toward the left. Again, extend the arms. Pull them into the sides of your ribs. Legs sweep again to the right. Arms extend, and this time perhaps that left leg will also reach long. And then return to the spine. Widen the legs and arms into this X position. From here, snow angels is if you're just a little kid again. Slide your arms and legs along the earth. A little harder if you have a rubber mat. Extend those arms and legs one more time. Inhale. And exhale to pull those thighs in wide to the outside edges of the ribs. And again, rock. Plant those feet again, extend those arms directly from their shoulder sockets and allow the legs to drape right and left. One more time to the right. And over to the left, recactus the arms again, reach them long. Bend them in, sweep the legs to the right. Allow the arms to extend and bend. One more time to the left. And this time arms and right leg extends. Return to the spine. And again, snow angels. Feel the mat and floor underneath you. One more time, bring those legs in toward the chest. Lift through the torso. And allow the torso to lower back down. Legs can stay where they are. Inhale. Exhale to curl. Inhale to lower. Exhale to curl. And you could stay right here. Or perhaps the toes touch down as the arms extend. And then curl everything in. Toes could touch down or even lengthen the legs. And then hug those knees in. If you like this, Stay lifted with the torso. If choosing an extension of some sort of the legs. 2 more. Last one, reach. And then hug everything in once more. Lower the torso, lull the head, perhaps side to side. Get any ponytails out of the way. Maybe wiggle the jaw. And from here, plant to those feet. Let's stabilize through the pelvis here. Inhale. And then exhale to allow the left leg to open slightly to the side. And then use your breath, exhale, to bring the knee back. Inhale, open the right knee. Stabilize through the pelvis. Exhale, pull that knee back to neutral. So if you like this, we'll warm the hips some more and awaken our pelvic floor. As you open one knee, try, unlike me, to stabilize that other foot strongly into the earth. The glutes might, in a mild way, start to turn on, start to support this action. One more time to the right. And come back to neutral. Arch the spine if able, or bring it to neutral. Inhale. Exhale to imprint. Just 2 more like that to get the feel for the spine. Arch or bring it to neutral. And exhale to imprint. One more time. Small arch or neutral. Imprint as you peel the spine off the earth. Arms come overhead, come into a bridge. Circle the arms round as you lower the hips. Again, lift the pelvis, arms come overhead, and lower everything down. One more time, lift and stay with the hips. Circle the arms round, palms turn down to press into the earth to stabilize. Here, draw the ribs gently toward the pubic bone. We'll fatigue this left glute first. Stabilize through that leg and lift the right leg up to the sky. Could be bent, could be lengthened. Hips lower and press to the sky. Lower and press. So here's our pre-fatiguing of the glutes. Here's 3. Here's 4, halfway there. A few more. Few more. Press those shoulders down, back of skull heavy. One more time, lower, lift, and then allow that right heel to touch the earth and lift the leg back up to the sky. Lower and lift. Only 3 more. 2. Last one, lower. And allow the hips to come down to the earth. Extend the arms overhead. That left foot still stays planted here. There's still some length through the body. And then take those hands, clasp them on the left thigh and pull it in toward you, then lengthen it up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale to slide those hands up the leg. Inhale to lower and exhale to slide. 3 more. 2. 1 more, lift. Slide down, perhaps intensify the stretch a little bit as you pull the left toes toward the nose. And then bend that knee, lengthen the leg, lengthen the arms overhead, and then circle them around as you start to plant those feet once more, palms down again, peel through the spine and lift. And stay this time, and we'll take that left foot off the earth. Perhaps you extend the leg up to the sky. Perhaps the knee is bent. Lower the hips just to barely touch and lift. Lower and lift. What's most important is stabilizing through that right foot. Already halfway there with this one. You got this. We will eventually get to more of the yoga, traditional yoga. 2 more. Pre-fatigue. You got this. Lower. Lift, stay lifted. Flex actively through the left foot. Lower the heel. And bring it up. Lower. And lift. 3 more. Heavy the head. 2. Last one. Lower. Lift the leg. Lower the leg, lower the hips, arms can reach over. Clasp the hands around that right thigh as you pull it closer in toward you. You could also have that other foot planted if it's better for the lower back. Lengthen the right leg to the sky. Inhale. Exhale to start to slide up the leg. Activate the core. Lower and lift. We're going to need all our stabilizers engaged and ready to fire. 2 more. Last one. Slide up the leg and lower the torso. Perhaps pull the toes closer toward the nose. And then hug that knee in. Let's take that left foot, plant it, cross the right ankle over the left one, and just open up here. And perhaps even if you want to challenge, lift the hips. Want more of a stretch, keep them down. You could even interlace the hands around the left thigh and pull it in. One more inhale and exhale to lower, and we'll merely just switch sides. The left ankle will cross over that right thigh as you perhaps lift the hips or interlace the hands around the right thigh, hug it in. More inhale and exhale to lower, lower, lower. Hug the knees in. And if you have a healthy spine, you might rock and roll up and down the spine. It's more of a Pilates kind of movement here as we tuck the chin slightly toward the chest around a tennis ball distance. You could always just join me in boat at the top. Continue. Sorry, I'm losing myself here. Continue. And roll all the way up so you can plant the hands at the short edge of your mat and lengthen your legs. Hands to shins halfway lifted. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips back into chair, belly button to spine. Arms might come by the sides of the ears or at heart center. Inhale. Exhale to press up tall. Arms sweep. Oops. Pour your body forward. Hands to shins halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale to fold and step back with that left foot. And we'll have a low lunge for now. So lower that back shin, roll up through the spine. Rotate toward the right and come back to center. Hands will plant alongside of the lead foot. Lift the back knee, step into your plank. You might want to have the knees down here as you lower into your chaturanga. Bring the chest through the arms. And exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Lift that right leg up. Pull it through to meet the hands. You could stay with that low variation that we just did, or keep that left knee off the earth and begin to lift up through the torso. And from here, and bend that back knee to hover as you rotate toward the right. And now lengthen the back leg, or leave it planted if the shin is down. Left hand comes to the earth as we rotate toward that right leg.
From here, hands can come to the inseam of the lead leg as you blade the back foot, so you can circle those arms up and come into your warrior two. Let's lengthen the lead leg as the arms reach. And bend the knee. And take a look and see if that knee tracks over the second and third toe. One more time, reach. Let's take a triangle here, send the hips back in space. So we open the arms and revolve right arm down, left arm up. And bend the lead leg as we come into our side angle here. And that left arm could come over the ears. We try to lengthen both sides of the waist. So really sense that right glute. And let's use it a little more. Pivot on the back toes. Turn your torso toward the earth. That left arm stays up. Right arm comes in behind the body. And again, that left hand will return to the earth as you rotate again toward that right leg. From here, this can be a little tricky. You could always lower the back shin or bend that back leg as you lift through the torso and come into your boomerang here. That right arm will sweep forward, hands meet, slide left hand along the right one and open up here back into warrior two. Turn it into exalted, drop the left arm, right arm reaches. And hands frame that front foot as you step back, actually in a three-legged plank. Let's send that right leg high to the sky, bend the knee, open up the front of the hip to the right side wall. Hips line back up with the floor as you pull that right knee through, shin in line with the thigh. It's like a very moderated pigeon. We're not going to stay here long. Fold forward and then ripple through the spine and come up. And fold. And lift through the torso. One more time. Lift through the torso, plant those hands, that back toes will tuck as you send that right leg high once more. You could have the feet slide by each, or you could take your three-legged dog and come forward into your plank. Lower down, knees could be down here into your version of chaturanga. Lift through the chest as the legs, tops of the feet come down. Your up dog, and exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. And that left leg will rise and pull it through to meet the hands. Let's lower that back shin, roll up through the torso. This is kind of our first variation, and rotate toward the left lead leg. And our moderated boomerang, come back to center. And hands will come to frame the front foot as we step forward. Hands to shins halfway, lift, inhale. Exhale, fold and sit into that chair. Arms again can sweep by the sides of the ears as we lift. Hands to sides, Tadasana, inhale. Exhale, One more inhale as the arms reach up. Fold your body forward. Hands to shins halfway, lift. Lengthen through the spine. And then fold and step back with that right foot. So the shin could come down. It might stay lifted here as we begin to lift through the torso, and adjust your stance as you need here. And then bend that back knee to hover about an apple height or so off the earth as we rotate toward that left leg in the boomerang. And we'll lengthen the back leg as that right hand comes down into a rotation here. Hands to the inseam of the lead leg so we can blade the back foot. And from here, circle those arms up so that you're in your warrior two. Lengthen lead leg as the arms reach. And bend. Take a little peek at how that knee is tracking as you press through both feet evenly. Two more. Last one, reach those arms. Send those hips back in space. Again, triangle, lengthen the arms, left arm down, right arm up. Take your gaze where you will. And here we squeeze those inner thighs. More inhale. And exhale to bend the lead leg and make this into a side angle. Keep the length of the side body as best you're able. And here comes the tricky part. Pivot on the back toes. That right arm will reach. Left arm comes in behind the body for a moment of strength here. And bend that back knee. Arms will open up toward the left. And sweep that left arm forward. Hands meet. Peel the right hand along the left arm. Open back up into your warrior two. And that right arm will drop. Left arm reaches. Exalted or reverse warrior. Ah. Hands will frame the front foot just so that you can actually plant the right hand and rotate toward the left. Nice. And hand comes down. So you can step back into a three-legged dog if able. Could always be a regular down dog. So we want to lift the leg briefly. We can also open up the hip toward the left side wall. Almost forgot. Press evenly through the hands. And then lift that left leg a little higher and we'll pull it through for that moderated pigeon first. Extend through the heart and pour forward. The core is still engaged here. Use the fingertips as well. Explore the spine. One more time, rise with the upper body broaden across the chest. Inhale. Maybe stick up the tongue. And then tuck the toes, send that left leg high into the sky. And this time we'll keep it there. if you wish a three-legged dog. And come forward slightly with the body. And lower yourself into your chaturanga. And find your version of the up dog, whatever serves you best. And tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Shake the head yes. Shake it no. And you can hop or step or even hop the feet wide to the outside edges of your mat here. Arms may come by the sides of the ears. And slowly use your glutes here. Press your way up to stand. And arms can come by your sides or even to heart center. Since it is winter, I want to heat up the body. If that wasn't heating enough, a little bit of breath of fire at the tops of our mats. So just so you can see my hands, I'm going to come on my knees, but you can remain standing. Take the arms and extend them here. And you can bend at the second knuckle and keep those thumbs extended at a 60-degree angle. And breath of fire is when we pump the belly, kind of a gentle but steady exhale to allow the belly button to pull in. And then the inhale, just allow it to happen, relax. We pull the belly button in with the exhale and we allow the inhale. And it sniffs through the nose. It's a lot like a dog panting, except we allow a strongish exhale and the inhale will just happen. So the arms are extended, the top of your mat. Take a deep inhale and then exhale to release any nerves. Soften the shoulders, inhale part way. And exhale to pump your belly, as long as you're not pregnant. You can engage in breath of fire. Heating the body. It's a little longer. One more inhale, bring the thumbs together at the top. Release the fingers. And as you exhale, allow those arms to come to your sides. And bring the hands to heart center. As we now step back with that left foot into a runner's lunge, a little more for the glutes here. Reach those arms out in front of you, pitch the body forward and circle the arms round. Inhale, lift through the chest, maybe the fingers interlace to open the heart, and then pour the body to the inside of the lead leg for humble warrior. or inhale here. And exhale, that left hand will come down as you rotate toward the right. And then hands come to the inseam of the lead leg as you step back with the right foot. The left leg will come forward this time. Lift yourself up into that runner's lunge once more. Circle the arms round. Open up through the heart as the fingers perhaps clasp. Chest to the inside of the lead leg. And then allow that right hand to come down as you revolve toward the left. Really squeeze and hug in the glutes here. Hands come to frame the front foot, step back again. Repeat, right leg forward. Lift up into the lunge. Circle the arms. Interlace hands if able. Bring that body forward. Unleash the hands, left hand down, revolve toward the right. And then hand comes to the inside of the lead leg, step back. Left foot forward. Rotate toward the left leg. We'll start with that. And then sweep the hands up and come into your runner's lunge. Hands sweep behind the body, clasp fingers, lift at the chest, only to bring it down to the inside of the lead leg. And this time, we'll reach up, lift up, and perhaps step forward nice and wide to the outside edge of your mat, and arms reach up, oops, and come back into a squat. Inhale. And exhale to bring the hands behind the body. Walk yourself to the center of your mat in this reverse tabletop. Engage the glutes here, fire them up, press the hips. And see if you can lengthen the legs and bring the booty through the arms. And then lift back into tabletop. Pull it through. One more lift. Pull through. And then lift, and maybe you stay in this version. Maybe you extend one leg and the other, really fire up through the back line as much as you're able. 2 more breaths. Last inhale, and exhale to lower the hips, arms reach, and with the belly button to spine, round forward if desired. Roll up through the spine, plant the feet, lift the hips again. This time to cross the right leg over and allow the hips again to descend to the earth. And we're in this moderate, or this other version of a pigeon or pigeon type posture. We get into the glutes, get into the IT band on the right side, flex the top foot, protect the knee. Broaden across the chest as you press the hands into the earth. Breathe here. Inhale, lift the hips. Lift that right leg to the sky. Lower the heel. Lift, just like we did earlier, except we're on our hands. Lift and lower. Just 2 more. Last one, lift. Lower the hips down. Allow the left knee to blade open. And this time we'll rotate toward that left knee, lengthen through the spine. You can adjust as you need to side bend over toward the long leg. So this is more of a flow. Let's come upright and side bend again. So you could just stay here with this or side bend and take a ballet bridge where you plant that left hand. Right arm will sweep as the hips lift and you come onto the sole of the right foot, press it into the earth, and then lower and side bend. And ballet bridge, left hand plants, lift the hips, press into that bottom shin, side bend. One more time, lift the hips. Maybe here you stick with the tongue. All right, let go of tension wherever you can, and then lower the hips back down. And let's take that left leg across the right one. Find length in the spine and perhaps rotate toward the left. Maybe play with the head, lull it side to side, wiggle the jaw. One more inhale and exhale to rotate toward the right. Let's clasp left hand around that same foot, lengthen it, open it up. And then lengthen the leg out to the side. And you'll probably land in sort of a V position where you can perhaps drape the body forward. Or inhale and exhale to roll up. Plant those feet once more, nice and wide, windshield washers here. And then you might need to narrow the feet just slightly, lift the hips again, as we did earlier. And let's take that left foot, cross the ankle over top of the other leg. Then we'll lower the hips down and find your tall spine. Other side for this figure 4 pigeon type posture. You could always slide that right foot in and out, depending on how much intensity you need. Play with that foot, as long as the top foot is flexed. More inhale here. Exhale, inhale to lift the hips. Send that sole of the left foot to the sky. Lower the leg. Lift. Lower. Lift. 3 more. 2. Last one, lower. Lift. And bring the foot down. As you allow the hips to descend. Open up. That right knee up to the side. And then rotate your torso toward, so I'm getting really tired, the right knee. Lengthen through the spine, arms reach, and side bend over toward the left long leg. Lengthen through the spine. Again, take that little side bend. Again, lengthen. And side bend. Spine lengthens, or plant right hand, sweep the hips up, the left foot presses into the earth this time. And lower the hips, side bend, left. Come into your ballet bridge. Side bend again. Last time into the ballet bridge. And lower the hips. And take that left foot and cross it. Or right foot. And cross it over the left leg. Inhale to reach tall. And exhale to rotate toward the right. Use the core here. Exhale maybe to come out a little. Inhale to deepen. Or maybe you play with the neck again. Rotate toward the left as you take that right hand to clasp the same foot outside of the foot. Lift the leg up, perhaps lengthen it out to the side. Again, allow the leg to descend to the earth. Find your sits bones and fold. Roll up through the spine here. Can bring the soles of the feet together. Maybe again, you pour forward, or maybe you like to stay tall. You decide, and decide how close those feet are going to be to the groins. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale to close those knees like a book. Give yourself a little hug. Tuck the chin, micro movement, the head side to side, massage the thyroid. You could come onto your back. Come onto your side and onto your back if you prefer, or maybe a little more Pilates inspired. You lengthen those legs, the arms reach up. And use the core as you slowly descend and try to keep the legs grounded. As you lower to the earth, arms might reach overhead. And then sweep them around to hug that right thigh in. And take it across the body for supine rotation. You might even lengthen, I have the room here, but you could lengthen the right leg out and get more into that IT band. Might feel this glute IT band all the way up, possibly up the right side, maybe even through the right arm. Return to the spine, give that knee a final hug. Left knee joins it, hug both knees in. Right leg extends and take the left thigh across for rotation. Maybe again, you lengthen it out just to see how that changes your experience. And then return to the spine, give that left thigh a little hug, descending colon. Before you find your variation of Savasana or take any other final poses you choose. If you wish, take a little body scan with me. Sense your right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe. It's the sole of the right foot, top of foot, into the ankle, the calf. Sense the spaciousness in the knee, right hamstring, and right quad, into the right hip, and the right glute. Sense your left big toe, second toe, third toe, and fourth toe. Sense the sole of the left foot, top of foot, ankle, calf, the knee, the left hamstring, the left quad, into the left hip socket, and the left glute. Right glute, left glute, both glutes together. And breathe into the pelvic floor. Maybe even take your hands to your belly. Sense your breath, the belly, and the ribs, and the chest. And chest, ribs, belly. And just let that wash through the body.
Once you've extended your awareness to the whole body, breathe space into it, expand. You're allowed to take up space. And ground the back body. You have a sensation of support before you begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Perhaps roll wrists and ankles. Reverse. Maybe take a long body stretch, whatever calls to you. Maybe a yawn comes. Or create one, let it become real. As you stretch the right side and the left side long. Before you hug the knees in and roll onto your favorite side. Take one more breath into the lower back. And as you exhale or on the emptiness, press yourself up to a seated posture of your choice. Roll through the shoulders. Clasp the hands, round through the back. And then open the arms up. Maybe even interlace the fingers. And then sweep those arms up toward the sky. And bring the palms together. Bring them through heart center. Sense into the heart space with the thumbs at the sternum. Thank you for practicing with me today. Sat Nam.